Your Highness,
Just Addam is fine. What is it?
the going after Malos thing. Could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
Well, yes.
You see, Lady Laura seeks the whereabouts of her mother. Unfortunately, she has her mercenary duties to perform. Therefore, I often go out and conduct these searches myself.
I see. Then you found her?
Yes. With all that happened yesterday, I did not have the opportunity to say. My lady, your mother is currently residing in a small hamlet called Torigoth.
Torigoth.
That's on the edge of Gormott. Ardainian and Cian forces clash out there frequently. It's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Right. No time to waste. Let us head out there.
What? But what about your mission?
You don't want to see your mother?
Of course, but...
Then let's go! Malos hasn't hit that part of the world yet. It's as good a place as any to look.
You're hoping we might find him there?
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
We go to the village of Torigoth to find Malos. And you go to Torigoth to find your mother. Everybody wins.
And once I found my mother, I join up with you?
That's the general idea. I'll send my people to notify your mercenary friends. And perhaps we could find a place for your mother in the capital. It should be safe there.
Is this normal princely behavior?
You think this is bad? Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's, like, making you come along, you know.
Well, unfortunately, a driver and blade are one in body and soul.
As if you don't do whatever you feel like anyway.
I know this is all very sudden. Still, we don't know where we'll run into Malos next. It makes sense to stick together, as much as we can.
Isn't that... No mistaking it. That's the blade. And that little brat, too. Hey, it's Bluefist. Yeah, the whole village was wiped out. Found myself some great cool crystals, eh? And I found something else too, something real interesting. Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch. Ha! Fate's a funny thing. Never thought I'd get to take back that paragon, what I stole in the first place.
It's really nice to have some more company around here. Really makes fighting a breeze too. Oh yeah, what did you expect? Monsters around here don't stand a chance against me. Mithra is the voice that I'm the worst at doing, easily. Definitely can't do that. Her powers are on a completely different level, true. But that's not what Laura was trying to say, Aegis. Laura doesn't think of blades as mere tools of their drivers. To her, they're partners in arms. Am I right? Exactly. When I said we had more company, I was talking about all three of you. I don't care whether you're a blade or a driver. I'm just happy that we get to share our time together. Okay then. It's a pretty weird way of thinking if you ask me. You think so? Should we perhaps be on our way to Yanchik Harbor now? If we keep to the road, it should take us straight there. The regular boat from Yanchik to Gormott, is it? As far as I know, it's still running. We should probably hurry all the same. Now, something interesting about that last cutscene, like, the guy in the trees there, Gort is his name, as I found out from when I played through this game the first time. The guy who initially stole Jin's core crystal from the castle, who Jin struck down there. In the actual flashback that happens during the main game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, he's just like a generic NPC. You only see his face for like a few seconds during that flashback in the main game anyway, but he's just like a generic kind of NPC that they used to fill the role. Whereas for this game, they actually gave him a model, and they just kind of like changed the head out. Like, he still has the same body figure as the dude in the flashback in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But for the Torna flashback, his face is completely different. So if you ever like go back and look at the flashback from regular Xenoblade Chronicles 2, completely different face on the guy, because I guess they just didn't have the model ready by that point. Since like Nintendo and the companies that make games for Nintendo, like Monolithsoft, oftentimes do DLC in a way where they only start development like after the game's already out. So that's probably why. But it would have been interesting if they had just made Gort's model beforehand, just so that it could be, you know, consistent and actually be the same guy. But oh well. Little things. Now that Hayes has rejoined your party, you'll be able to blade switch. When a team contains 2 blades, performing a blade switch while exploring or in battle lets you select which of the blades will participate in action. You can perform a blade switch by pressing left on the D-pad. In battle, the technique comes with a cooldown timer, so you won't be able to use it in quick succession. By combining Vanguard switching and Blade switching, you can choose the battle participants to suit your playstyle, or as the situation requires. So yeah, not only can we do this now, but we can also do this now, so we can change who's supporting us, or who's in the Vanguard. Like, if Jin's up front, I can switch between Jin and Hayes like that, or switch between Jin and Laura like that, or yada yada. So that's a neato thing. That's a neato thing right there, you know? I love that. Ether miasma? What's this? Some kind of weird mist? Must be an ether miasma. We should do something about this before it ends up blocking the way to the harbor. This wasn't here when I passed through before. It does seem to have sprung up fairly recently. Bother. This is the only way through to the harbor where the ship departs. And there are monsters too. Maybe the miasma attracted them somehow? Indeed. We should handle this before more of them show up. Just let me at that miasma. I'll blast it into next week. Yes, and everything in a quarter-mile radius while you're at it. It's the problem. Miasma is in the way. Mithra burns miasma. Miasma is no longer in the way. Done. Mithra, the power you wield is undeniable. All it takes is the slightest misjudgment and we end up being no better than Malos. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think Hayes' powers should be able to disperse it too. Oh, really? That would be very handy. Yes, I just need a moment of concentration. You think you could take care of the monsters for me? Say no more. Mithra, you're up. Seems like a ridiculously overcomplicated way to deal with things. But my driver's wish is my command. That'll do. Let's go. Main story quest, what bars the way?
We cannot turn them away.
Yeah, we literally can't. Unlike regular Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where you'd use, like, rock to disperse ether miasmas if his miasma dispersal was high enough. You've just received a quest. Well done, you. Well done! Quests can broadly be divided into main story quests and regular quests. This one is a main story quest, which means it's required to progress through the game's story. Its objective appears on the compass as a pink double exclamation point icon. Many people out in the world have troubles they'd appreciate your help with. Those characters will have a blue question mark icon above their heads. Speak to them, and they'll explain the situation, requesting your assistance with something. That's how regular quests work. Resolving their issues will surely move them to reward you with a nice gift in return. Regular quests are not necessary to progress through the game's story. Oh, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that once we get later in this playthrough? And I'm gonna be completely floored when I see that we have to raise community to level 4. Are you sure about that, game? Regular quests are not necessary to progress through the game's story, when raising it to the required levels to progress through this story require you doing basically every quest in the world except for like 4 or 5. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, game. Regular quests are not required to, or not necessary to I can't even words, I'm too dumbfounded, and are marked on the compass with the blue icons. Now let's use Haze's powers to get rid of the ether miasma here. Each of your party characters has unique art that only they can use, called a talent art. If you meet the requirements for activating it, you can press the right arrow to do so. To check the conditions and effects of talent arts, visit the Enhance Arts menu. Talent arts are very powerful effects, but can come with significant downsides as well. Be sure to consider when and how to use them to get the most effect. I kind of forgot that that was a mechanic in this game. And I also can't believe that in that last boss fight, we went from level 5 to like level 10 when we knocked out Mithra. That was kind of crazy. I mistimed that to cancel just a wee bit. Oh, level 11. Level 11 now. And boop. Boop. Cool. Guess we're taking out the ether miasma now. All done. Now it's Haze's time to shine. Not so fast. That wasn't all the monsters. Miasma has attracted more. Can't do a thing until they're all dealt with. Ugh, well that's lame. Lame it may be, but we can't give up now. I love Addam. Lame it may be. Oh man.
I think we've been spotted.
But yeah, after this battle, I should actually start like leveling up some arts and stuff like that, you know? It may be a good idea. But yeah, so this whole thing with like the teams that you have, your team with your driver and your blades. There's Laura, whose regular attack / weapon is like fists and kicks, and then she uses her kind of whip braid thing for arts and such. Which is really neat. And then there's Addam, who has his own sword instead of using the Aegis sword. Interesting. Are we done yet? Seems like it. Haze, if you would. Right away. Titans, the great continents of all rest, are living beings, and one of the waste products they generate manifests as ether miasma. Ether miasma tends to attract monsters, so removing it isn't the safest of occupations. It is, however, rewarding, as doing so unlocks a new collection point each time. Clearing away the miasma requires the right field skills. These can be acquired and improved by unlocking the right nodes on Blade's affinity charts.
The ether bends.
Now, I'm pretty sure you need higher levels of manipulate ether to disperse like a lot of the later ether miasmas, but the thing is, how you level up that like field skill is by dispersing ether miasmas. So I think you need to like disperse like 15 before you can get to level 2 or something like that. So it's like, where do you find like the few that are remaining that are of the lower level in order to get the higher level ones? Oh man, oh man. Ether miasma's gone. Over there. There's so much ether around here. We're bound to find some nice stuff if we look around. Ah, so the abundance of ether must have been what made the miasma form in the first place. Indeed. Well, if we run into any more miasmas, I trust you'll do the honors, Haze. Of course, leave it to me. I'm so glad you're with us. Otherwise, I'd be forced to rely on that loose cannon Mithra, right? No, that's not what I meant. You've always been my only blade, so you don't have any experience of working together with other blades. That's my fault, but I'm sure that by traveling with Haze and Jin, you'll learn a lot about your own power. And that's a good thing, right? Way to lay expectations on me. I'll give this cooperation thing a go. I'm not making any promises about learning anything from it. Well then. Do. We did it!
I'm glad we could be of help.
And a yoink.
This is becoming addictive.
Alright, let's have a look at our party. So currently we have 2 teams. There's Team Laura and Team Addam. So yeah, your team like just levels up as a whole. So Team Laura is at level 11 and Team Addam's at level 10. So Team Addam only has those two right now, and Team Laura, I have 2 blades now. So let's go ahead and level up some of these arts. Yeah, so there's talent art, which will reduce own HP by half to fully recharge all arts. That is definitely a bit situational there.
Watch for this one later.
Yeah, I'll level up a couple of these
I'm
like
getting
that.
Sharper, keener.
And as for Addam here, yeah, unlike main game Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you don't have 4 arts per weapon that you can just like swap in. Instead, you have 3 arts that you're just stuck with, a switch art, and your rear guard arts. Sorry, I was on rear guard arts from the get-go there. But yeah, you have 3 vanguard arts, 3 rear guard arts, a switch art, and a talent art. So when own HP is 30% or higher, you can reduce own HP by 25% of maximum to extend target driver combo time. Oh, so that's probably how I got like the super crazy long launch on the final boss that I saw earlier today when I was looking at my old recordings. That's probably it. Neat.
When you've got it, you've got it.
Let's level up some of his arts.
When you've got it, you've got it.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
This one's second nature to me now.
Neat. Now let's go into the menu for the blades here and do the same thing. Let's just level up the vanguard arts.
Tempered by discipline.
Sure.
Tempered by discipline.
His talent art is when the character has recoverable HP, can consume unrecoverable HP to boost attack, accuracy, evasion, and speed for 30 seconds. That seems really good, but all these talent arts that are unique to each character, there's no way I'm gonna memorize them all. No way, man. Yeah, and then there's Hayes, who's the one character in this game who actually has like the team heal art.
It would appear I'm stronger.
And the talent art is when all arts are fully charged, can reduce own arts recharge to 0 to stop enemies from acting for 5 seconds. Interesting.
I'll keep giving it my all.
Now, as for Mithra, so being able to play as blades in this game means that instead of, you know, being a driver and wielding Mithra's sword, it means you play as Mithra, which is interesting. Talent art, glimpse the future. When becoming incapacitated, I almost said incapacitated. Evade fixed number of subsequent enemy attacks. Affects the whole party. Neat. What is that similar to that we've seen in other games in this series? I don't think anything. I think it's just one big coincidence. You know?
This should be wild. No one is hurting my friends.
Glimpse the future, and it lets the whole party evade enemy attacks. That's definitely not meaningful at all. Nope. That definitely doesn't relate to the other Xenoblade games in any way. That's decent. I don't really need anything like that right now, though. Alright, let's maybe have a look at the affinity charts, though. Should I put anything? I could increase a couple things there. Starting out with the art assigned to X at the start of battle's pretty snazzy. Sure, let's do it.
I'm coming along in leaps and bounds.
Sure, let's do it. What have we got here? Same kind of thing there. Increase strength, luck. Sure.
Work hard enough, and our efforts won't be in vain.
Let's do this one too.
More to add to my repertoire. Excellent.
Excellent. He sounded almost like the voice of the announcer when he said excellent. Watch me like Google this later and find out that the voice actor is the same person. I wouldn't be surprised after hearing that. Alright, we do have... let's increase maximum HP and... sure, because it's our only accessories right now. And I pretty much never use pouch items. But yeah, I believe ZL is also the... Oh, can I not do it yet? No? Does it not let me play as other characters yet? No? Okay, I don't have an X option here, so I can't play as Addam yet. That's a shame. Well. I wanted to switch to Mithra and play as Mithra. That would have been cool. Guess we have to wait a little bit longer.
This is becoming addictive.
Yoink. I'm gonna take them avocados. Hey, are you drivers? And you've come just in time. We passed that bridge coming here, right? I was headed for the Harad Hills that lie beyond, but then, well, that some monsters came and settled there. Now I've got a problem. Please, would you defeat them for me? The dunes are the only place where you can find sand of that color and composition. If I don't make the delivery in time, my father will surely get physical. Ugh, less said of that, the better. Hope you'll deal with them soon. I'll be waiting at the Fetley Village campsite. Okay, bye. Oh my goodness, he is running. My, oh my. Well, that was sudden. You're gonna do anything about it? Personally, I do feel that ensuring Laura's happy reunion with her mother is our top priority, of course. But abandoning a person in need doesn't quite sit well with me either. If we extend a helping hand, we may receive assistance in return somewhere down the line. Yeah, it really is a conundrum. It's your choice, Laura. Yeah, we're with you, whatever you decide. Thanks, guys. Let me think a while. Yeah, so I guess this is like our first optional quest then.
Don't you worry. I've got this.
But I won't set it as active quest. I did that during my first playthrough, which the footage of this part is probably never going to be released anyway. But point is, I've done it before. I don't want to do it again. Goodwill Laura and her friends create is known as community. Yeah, as I mentioned before in this playthrough here. Foundation of community is talking to the many and various inhabitants of Allrest. Speak to a person, and you'll learn their name, job, and location. You can always check this information by going to the community menu found in the main menu. Talk to everyone and you can expand your community. Resolve an issue that a person listed in the community menu is struggling with, and they'll give you a token of their support for you. Collect a lot, and your community will grow stronger. Raising the community level will cause more quests to become available. What comes around goes around. Spreading the community spirit lets Laura, Jin, and their allies make their mark on the world. Doing good for the benefit of Allrest is its own reward. Oh, and one more thing. The menu is automatically opened every time someone's info is added to the community screen. But that can be disabled by going to by turning on skip community registration, main menu setting, options, game settings. This option is recommended for people who want to build community quickly. Yeah, so here's the community menu, where this guy's just been added to like the outside there. And whenever you complete a quest for somebody or resolve an issue of theirs, then they'll appear in the actual kind of web of the center, like onto the nodes of the little flower thing there. So there's 3 different areas in this game that you can get quests from. We only have the one open right now, which is Torna. At the top left there, you can see like the silhouette of the Gormott Titan, and then on the right side there, you can see a silhouette of a place that we will get to later. That has like the best music ever.
Well, here we are.
Green barrel.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Ooh, chips. I like chips. Chips are tasty. Here we are, Yunchik Harbor, isn't it? That's correct. I requested that they wait specifically for Lady Laura before they depart. Oh, nice one. Good thinking, Hayes. Looks like getting our ride to Gormott will be no trouble at all. Come on, let's go and have a chat with the captain. The 2 main ways of making your entire team stronger are leveling up and using pouch items. Leveling up, when you earn enough experience through fighting battles, you level up, increasing the team's stats. And pouch items. Add a pouch item to a driver's pouch to empower the team with a certain buff for a fixed duration. There are 3 ways to make a driver stronger. Didn't you just say there were 2? Or no, was that blades? I don't know. You can either improve the actual character in one of 2 ways, or improve their equipment. Improving driver characteristics. Enhance arts. Yeah, I've already been doing that to enhance arts. And I've already used SP as well. Improving driver equipment, equip accessories. Yeah, I did that. There are 4 ways to make a blade stronger. You can either improve the actual character in one of 2 ways, or improve their equipment in one of 2 ways. You can improve blade characters using the same WP that I've already been using, an affinity chart to complete the required tasks on that, just like regular Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Improving blade equipment. There's core chips, which I've already used, and aux cores, which I technically haven't opened the menu yet in this playthrough, but I guess I will. You get an affinity award for fulfilling a condition on a blade's affinity chart, and you'll get a pop-up notification. The affinity reward itself won't be unlocked at this point though, so you won't notice any difference just yet. Yeah, you need to actually open up the menu, which can be a bit annoying sometimes. But yeah, something interesting about the aux cores in this game, in regular Xenoblade Chronicles 2, all of the aux cores that you get actually have to go be refined. Like, you have to go get collectibles to refine them. But I guess I figured that because this game is shorter, all the aux cores that you get are just like available to use as is. So let's just throw some on, you know? Bam, done. Threw some on. How do I get up here? This way.
The suspense is killing me.
Yoink. We got a Bunnet Choker. That reduces enemy break resist, right? No, not fast travel. Oops. Because decreasing enemy break resistance could be fairly handy, you know? I was completely wrong. completely incorrect. But yeah, there's the community menu. But yeah, if you talk to people that have the star there, that signifies that you haven't talked to them before. Then they're added to the community screen. But until you help them out with something, they're not gonna actually go and be a part of your community. It basically just acknowledges that, hey, they exist, you know? But I don't want this menu to appear literally every single time I talk to anybody, because this could get annoying fast. So I probably will go into the settings here, you know? Also, look at the save icon here. Like, in regular Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's Rex being happy and like writing in his notebook, and here it's Jin who just has like a blank expression on his face just writing that down. I love it. I love that, man. Alright, let's... yeah, skip community registration. There we go. Like, we get the idea. People are added to that screen.
Treasure.
We get it.
With me,
Oh, look,
treasure.
box cores. Neato.
The suspense is killing me.
Then there's like these old machine things. I don't remember how exactly you harvest stuff from them. I know that you had to do like one weird kind of chain of thing. No, you had to like craft something at the campfire. I remember now. But it was like really weird, and the game like never explains that on its own. I remember not being able to harvest those machines until like the very end of this. Certain arts and switch arts have the ability to inflict certain status changes on the enemy. 4 statuses are break, topple, launch, smash. Yeah, and in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, it's just break, topple, daze, so it's a lot shorter of a chain. Inflicting them in that order, starting with break, is called a driver combo. From topple onward, inflicting the status will cause foes to drop HP potions, and they won't fight back. You can use this to your advantage in battle. Yeah, just a few days ago, I was like toppling Zord in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. My oh my, and the time of uploading this, that is probably going to be a very long time ago, isn't it? Probably. Did you enjoy the Barney Stone story? Yeah, I totally did. I wasn't paying attention at all. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of text that I just skipped over.
In troubled times, we help each other.
Neato, man. There, we'll grab more slate pieces. I'm gonna talk to you, and now you're on my community screen. Isn't that neat? Captain's Apprentice, Jed. So you're finally here, eh? Been waiting for you. Going to Gormott? Yeah, let's set out. Hop on. I only just became a Titan ship captain's apprentice. Might be a bit of a bumpy ride. Try not to hurl or nothing. I'm sure the blades will be alright, but... well,